Yes, very good morning, my dear students. Good morning. Done. This is TEJA here from CMA background. Welcome you all for discussion about CMA final indirect tax laws. This particular subject, indirect tax, already you had in CMA inter level, but let me tell you honestly that the level of coverage what you have at CMA inter and CMA final is very much different. I told you this point very clearly. Now, when I talk about a 100 marks paper of CMA final indirect tax laws, it is a very clear-cut approach. At final level, they'll ask you a lot of interesting questions on advanced level discussion. And we also have some interesting key advanced ruling and also some case laws to learn, on which we'll focus very clearly. Some topics are very similar to what you learned in inter level, but at final level, you still have some more advanced topics like demand, assessment proceedings, appeals, revisions, scrutiny, proceedings, everything, offense, penalties, so many important points you'll find. That is all our key areas what we'll focus upon. Apart from that, one point is very clear that there could be some students who have already learnt in CMA Inter but already forgot everything. One possibility. Second, learnt in CMA Inter but learnt only what is required for exam. Studied something in customs, something in GST, something in heads of income. We passed. There ends the story. So that category also is very much possible. I know that very clearly. So for that reason, my intention is very clear. I will start teaching a subject as if you don't know anything. In that manner is what I'm going to teach you. Very clear-cut approach that I'm going to teach you in a simple manner that we are not able to recollect anything. That way we are going to learn. With that, you will be very comfortable if you already know the subject. If you don't know subject, now you will feel good that yes, this is what it is. Are we clear? Everyone? Right. So moving forward, my dear friends, this is our CMA final IDT material. This is slightly surprising that they gave this material of close to 1,225 pages. Not a small number, a huge number they have given. Close to 1,225 pages is your material size, which is actually too big. It's actually too bulky. But one way it is to be understood that it is very good. The material is of big size because the coverage is a lot. A huge coverage in our syllabus. And one point is very clear. Today's date, how much our values chartered accountants have, equal weightage and value is there for CMS as well when it specifically comes from a GST perspective. Because GST work is being done a lot by cost accountants. I myself have a lot of my friends who are CMS. I am a CS, CMA both qualified, but I'm practicing as a chartered accountant. But one of my friend is a CMA qualified, practicing as a CMA. He has got an office in nearby location only. He does equal work of GST as how much I am doing. I handle advisory, litigation, scrutiny, appeals, everything. He also does the same work, everything. If you ask me, sir, what difference is there if you do or he does? My straight answer is no difference. No difference because he is a professional. I'm a professional. He is having knowledge. I'm having knowledge. He is having skill. I'm having skill. What difference it makes for the client whether he is doing or am I doing? And in GST department, there is nothing called CA is coming, we'll see them differently. CMA is coming, we'll see them differently. That approach is not there, at least in GST department. In income tax, that problem is there because right from beginning, the tax audit is being done only by chartered accountants. But in GST, right from 2017, GST audit is being done by chartered accountants as well as that shows the key. Clear? So the first topic in our syllabus is supply, my dear friends. In your material, they gave close to 275 pages of this particular topic of supply. Now you understand what's the title name given? Our brain says what? Only supply is covered in this particular topic. But let me tell you, only supply is not covered there. Supply is covered. Concept of composite supply, mixed supply is covered. Charge of GST is covered. Reverse charge mechanism is covered. Exemptions is covered. All these were different chapters in CMA Inter. Correct or not? All these they combined together and put in one chapter called supply under GST. In simple times, they use the word a refresh. Refresh means fresh. Come on, get ready. But in your syllabus, you don't have chapter like registration, payment of tax. Those small topics are not in our syllabus. But all said and done, rest all things are already clearly there. So this topic, supply under GST refresh, covers everything. Not just supply topic. It covers composite supply, mixed supply, special scenarios, charge of GST, reverse charge mechanism, and also your exemptions. And I'm sure you guys know very clearly that exemption has got a lot of importance. Almost every time a question comes in exam from exemption. At CMA Inter also, CMA final also. Last attempt one question has come. Directly 6 marks question they gave. They gave some situation. So 5, 6 points they asked whether it is exempt or taxable. We need not mug up all the points, but we should be in a position to tell whether it is exempt or it is taxable. Correct? And I'm sure you all know one point very clearly that under GST law, we don't use the word purchase and sale. We only use the word inward supply, outward supply. Only word supply. Don't dare to write a word called purchase and sale. Let's write only that word called inward supply and outward supply. Outward supply, we pay output GST. Inward supply, whatever GST we pay, we claim it as input tax credit, except for those cases where the credit is blocked. You know that, right? We'll take that credit, set off that credit. Agreed? Are we all clear with that? Which year GST got introduced? 2017. Which date? GST got introduced on which date, my dear friends? 1st of July 2017. And tell me, did India invent the GST? Any idea which country introduced GST first? Canada. Wrong answer. France was the first country to introduce GST. It is not Canada. But what is Canada importance? Exactly. India adopted what model, my dear friends? Canada model of GST. What do you mean by the word Canada model of GST? Technically, this is called a dual GST model. And what is the meaning of this word dual GST? Dual GST is a case where center and state together will levy and collect the tax. Correct, right? Friends, let me tell you, prior to GST, there were some taxes which were levied by center alone, and there were some taxes which were levied by state alone. Example, income tax, who is levying? Collected by whom? Exactly. And alcohol liquor for human consumption, you know that, right? GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except alcohol liquor for human consumption. On alcohol liquor for human consumption, who is collecting GST? State government. State is levying not GST, excise duty. State is levying excise duty, collecting excise duty. So prior to GST law, there were some taxes which were levied exclusively by central government, some taxes which were levied exclusively by state government. But there was never a tax in India which was levied by center and state together. But for the first time in the history of India, they brought this tax called GST, which is levied by center and state together. And to bring this kind of tax, which is a combination of center and state, there was a need to amend the excellent. There was a need to amend the constitution. For that purpose, they brought Constitution 122nd Amendment Bill, which became Constitution 101st Amendment Act. And tell me, how did 122 become 101? All the bills may not become acts. This is how the Constitution Amendment has happened. And all these bills have been brought in the year 2014. Bills have been brought in the year 2014, but Act has actually become in the year 2016. It took some sweet time for the Act to become. All the bills have come in which year? 2014. But Act has become in 2016. 16, the bills were passed. Please understand that Constitution Amendment Bill has happened in 2014. Constitution Amendment Act has happened in 2016. And in 2017, let me tell you, in 2017, in the month of March, they brought GST bills in the parliament. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. I hope you all know that any bills to become act, it has to be passed by Lok Sabha, then Rajya Sabha, assent of president. Simple answer. President role in India is only that. That's it. Exactly. So these bills were introduced in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and then assent by president. That is where they become GST Act. And every state have also passed their respective GST Act. And in India, Telangana is the first state to pass GST. I told you the logic also very clearly. I'm sure you know that. What is the reason? GST is a destination-based consumption tax. So tax will go to that state where goods or services are actually consumed. Where the goods or services are actually consumed, the tax will go to that state. And originally, prior to GST, we followed the concept of origin-based taxation, and we shifted from origin-based taxation to consumption destination-based consumption tax. So the money is actually going to that state where goods or services are consumed. I'm sure we are clear with this. Everybody, friends, all of us, right? And when I talk about this word supply, in supply, there are two types of supply. What are the two types, friends? Very good. Intrastate supply, interstate supply. Come on, intrastate supply, what do we charge? CGST, and interstate supply, what do we charge? And when do we call a supply as interstate supply? When the location of supplier and place of supply is in same state. We are not concerned with location of recipient. We are concerned only with location of supplier and place of supply. And let me tell you, friends, place of supply concept is not given by CGST Act or SGST Act. Place of supply concept is given by IGST Act. Obviously, no. How can a state tell which state is place of supply? If you ask that state, if you ask Telangana state telling which state is place of supply, Telangana will tell our state only. Because money will come to our state only. That is the reason why the concept of place of supply is not given by CGST Act or SGST Act, but the concept of place of supply is given by IGST Act, where we will learn some interesting sections like section 10, 11, 12, 13. 10 deals with place of supply in case of goods. 11 deals with place of supply in case of goods only, imported or exported. 12 deals with place of supply in case of services, where the location of supplier and the location of recipient, both of them are in India. 13 deals with place of supply for services, where the location of supplier or the location of recipient, one of them is outside India. Getting clarity? Please understand that in exam, definitely question will come on place of supply. And at CMA final level, it is clearly expected that you have to answer the exam with section number and rule number. And don't worry, that is my responsibility. By the end of our classes, I'll make sure that you remember all the section numbers and rule numbers. That is my guarantee. How? It will automatically happen. It will automatically happen, sir. Correct? No? Do you take effort today to remember your parents' phone number? No. Obviously, it's already there inherent in brain. And I'm sure if you will easily remember your X number also. Because 100 times you would have called before. Now X. But before many times you called, no. How can the number go away from brain? Simple equation. You'll remember. Okay, guys. Sure? Done. Very good. Interstate. Location of supplier and place of supply are in different state. If it is same state, we call it as intrastate supply. Different state, we call it as intrastate supply. Intrastate supply, we charge CGST and SGST. Interstate supply, we charge IGST. Are we clear, friends? Yeah. Everyone, please reply. All of us. So what I'll do is, so these are material which will reach your hands by tomorrow, very soon. Okay. Still in progress, almost about to complete the material, but you will get the first handout very soon by tomorrow itself. You can see the glimpse of how the material looks and how the flow will work. That is how it is. So what I have done is, the first topic is introduction to GST. This is not there in CMA final instrument material, but I covered in the book once again so that you can brush up your concepts of introduction. So in this lecture, I'll spend some 10-15 minutes time, next 10-15 minutes to go through introduction once again and make ourselves better. And immediately we'll start with supply. And what I've done is, sir, in supply topic, I'll just show you something interesting here. Supply, what I've done, you can see the top, chapter 2, unit 1. Able to see that? Chapter 2, unit 1, I've done supply basics. Then post that, immediately after supply, I made it as chapter 2, unit 2, supply, charge of GST. Chapter is same, but in that units are different. This is charge of GST. Immediately after charge of GST, you will find the chapter called chapter 2, unit 3, supply composition levy. Why I've done like this, you might get one doubt. Logic is simple. I already told you in CMA Institute material, all are combined in. And if I give everything once, now only you will tell. Jai Shri Ram. Over. Correct, right? So let's not get into it. Clear, right? So please. Next, chapter 2, you will find unit 4 also now. Should I ask you, sir, what is unit 4? Exemptions. Now you will find unit 5 also. Student is telling, sir, reverse charge is already covered in charge of GST. Don't worry. Circulars. Now I'll show you unit 6 also. Student is telling, sir, wait, sir, wait, sir. I will not wait, sir. Unit 6. Where are you, unit 6? That is the end of story. Student is telling, all this supply chapter only, sir? Yes, sir. Next question. Sir, how many marks will come in exam, sir? It depends. Generally, 6 to 8 marks will keep coming. Student asks, one chapter 6 to 8 marks, sir? Sir, please understand, it is not one chapter. Charge of GST, exemption, composition, everything combined together in a package. Friends, correct or not, sir? Exactly. When things combined together, how it will be? It's like that. Sir, sometimes when you go to some hotels to have breakfast, you will find something called combo pack. 1 piece idli, 1 piece vada, 1 small dosa. They'll give, no? This is chapters like that only, where everything is combined together. Okay? Shall we start? Are we ready? Now, you might get one doubt, sir, why did you cover that circulars and all separately? Those circulars are there you would have not heard in CMA intern level, but in final level, all those circulars are there in our syllabus. Any point can become an MCQ or a small question can come. Why should we lose the marks? And ultimately, in your group 4, in every group for that matter, you have to ensure that you will target 1-2 subjects for sure. And I really want in group 4 that one subject should be IDT, where our target is not just 40-50. Sir, passing, what is there, sir? Spend 10 days with me, I'll make you pass. 10 days, enough, I'll make you pass. I'll teach you something in 10 days, every day some 5-6 hours, 50-60 hours I will teach, which will definitely come in exam, you'll pass. I'm not telling you'll get exemption, pass only. Pass the 10 days enough. But our objective should not be passing. Our objective should be getting bigger number, no. Because ultimately if you get 40, 40, 40, what is the use? We want that aggregate. Clear? Everyone, please, let's start. So please see here, you do not write anything in this topic, just see that once. What is tax? You tell the answer, friends, what is tax? What is tax? You can see my language. Tax is a mandatory fee that is levied by government. Obviously, is it an option? If it is an option, nobody will pay, including SHIVA TEJA. Obviously, I'll also not pay. What are the 2 types of taxes? Direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax means a tax where impact and incidence is on same person. Indirect tax, impact and incidence is on different person. Impact means who is liable to pay. Incidence means who actually pays. Example, when we talk about GST, who is liable to pay GST? Who is liable to pay GST? Supplier. Don't tell consumer. A final consumer is never liable to pay GST. Who is liable to pay GST? Supplier only. But who actually pays is, example, when we talk about a restaurant, who is liable to pay GST? Restaurant owner. Restaurant owner is liable to pay GST. But who actually pays that GST? Customer. But liability is never on the head of customer. See, restaurant owner cannot tell one statement, customer is not paying GST, I will not pay GST. That dialogue he can't tell. Because ultimately, that headache or that responsibility is on him only. Got it right? Now, did you hear this word called progressive and regressive? Important words. You should know this. The words called progressive and regressive. We always say that direct taxes are progressive in nature. Higher the income, lower the tax. But indirect taxes are regressive in nature. That means whatever is your income, tax remains same. So for example, sir, for a shirt, GST rate is 5%. Imagine you go to the shop. How much they will charge? 5%. I am going. Ambani is going. Beggar is going. Kubera is going. Same equation, no? It doesn't matter. No rich and poor. No difference. Same. Correct, right? Exactly. Next. GST, you already know. it's a destination-based consumption tax, and it has been fundamentally brought to remove the cascading effect of tax. And in India, we follow what model? Center and state together will levy and collect GST. And GST common portal, my dear friends, they developed one brilliant common portal known as gst.gov.in. Able to see that? gst.gov.in. That is a website where all the activities related to GST happen there only. That is why we call it as common portal. Why are we calling common portal? If you would have worked practically something in GST, you will know this. If you have not worked, let me tell you, there is one website called gst.gov.in. I will show you practically. We have a chapter called walkthrough of GST portal. There I will teach you everything as to practically what are the options we have. I will show the client data and explain to you. Clear? Where I'll explain to you very clearly what activities we do. We do the activity of payment of tax, filing of return, making of application, filing of appeals, making registration online, amendments online, clarifications online. Everything happens only in one common portal, gst.gov.in. For government portals, generally you will find gov.in. Income tax also you have incometax.gov.in. Do you know that? Done. GSP and ASP, which stands for GST Suvidha Providers and Application Service Providers. Practically, lot of software companies, they have developed softwares for integration of data to GST portal. So, for example, sir, finance students know. I'll explain more in detail. If inter, I will not worry much, but CMA finance students, so I'll explain in detail. Sir, imagine you are the accountant or you are the cost accountant of the company. You are maintaining GST records. Where do you maintain the records? Don't tell the word tally. Better we use the word accounting software, which could be Tally or Zoho, QuickBooks, whatever it is. Ultimately, in some accounting software, we maintain the accounting data. Or some people might be great people who will maintain in Excel only. Some are even more great people who don't maintain online, write in register. But this last category is very less now. Most of them maintaining online only. Correct? This online data has to go to GST portal. If this online data has to go to GST portal, what are the options we have? Number one, if the invoices are only 10 invoices, we'll open the GST portal, manually we'll add the data. If invoices are more than 100 invoices, manually can you add? No. But in GST portal, there is something called GST offline utility. You can download that offline utility, wherein it looks like an Excel format, wherein you can copy this data and punch into the Excel format of GST offline too. And from there, we'll upload the data into GST portal. Now, automatically data has come to GST portal. This is how it works. Correct? But we are Indians. Ultimately, we want comfort. Why Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit is more popular in India? Because we want comfort. Simple equation, no. We are relaxing. Sunday afternoon, we are telling, I suddenly feel like having ice cream, but no energy to get up. What do? Swiggy, Zomato, friends, offers, 1+1, 20% off, 60% up to 120. All offers we'll search. I also search, sir. Why will you miss the offers, boss? Any offers, we'll use that offer. Correct? And we'll ensure that we'll get the comfort. In the similar manner, GST, lot of software companies have developed GST tools through which what will happen? They are more user friendly. Your data, you copy in any manner, it will arrange in the proper manner. You copy in any manner, it arranges in the proper manner, and the data will go to the GST portal in a more swift and easy process. But to develop that GST softwares, they should take the permission. They are called GST Suvidha Providers. Sir, Suvidha means facility, facilitation. Understood? That's a Sanskrit Telugu language. That is where they brought that word Suvidha. Understood? Yes, that is the meaning. The moment I told GST Suvidha, students started thinking, who is this Suvidha? Understood? Are we clear with this word? Everybody, sir. It's a simple equation, sir. Ultimately, today's date, in this era where we are standing, things are totally different. 10 years back, I was a student up to 2011. 2011 is when I qualified my CA and CMA. Post that, I have done my job, got into teaching and all this stuff. But when I was a student, let me tell you, accessibility was not like this. If I have to go somewhere, look at my bike, check everything, if I want some facility, it used to be difficult. Nowadays, what is there, sir? Everything is there online. You click one button, whatever you want, it will come. And that fellow, what is that, Zepto? That is more horrible. 5 estimates, everything is coming. Even laptop also will come. Electrons also are coming. Means where are we standing, sir? These people are making us feel hungry, even though we are not hungry. But I am not joking. My wife will at least call me at 2:30 and ask, "Did you have lunch?" My wife will call me generally at 2:30 and ask, "Did you have lunch?" Because generally I spend most of my day in office only. But night I'll go back home and 7 o'clock I'll wind up my works, sit at home. But after 2:30 or so, my wife will call me and ask, "Did you have lunch?" But Zomato will give pop-up at 1 o'clock only. It's time to have food. I think you are hungry. And one biryani photo it will show. Imagine, sir. I'm actually not hungry. But after that message, hunger will start. Anyways, is that clear with this point? Next. Compensation cess. I'm sure you know this. What is compensation cess? It is levied on some products and it is being used to compensate those states who have lost revenue on account of introduction of GST. Correct, right? GST compensation cess is being used to compensate those states who have lost revenue on account of introduction of GST. Straight, clear-cut answer. Understood? Clear? And when it has been brought, they brought up to 30th June 22 and they told it is extended till 31st March 26. And recently they told extended till July 26. Now again they will tell again extension. Because the moment extension is stopped, government revenue will cut. So government will actively ensure that they will cut only at that point of time where revenue is sufficient enough. Correct, no friends? Any tax is stopped in India, revenue is gone. See, from our perspective, we'll tell if it is gone, very good. But from government perspective, it is income. Clear? Exclusion from GST. First one, GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except. And there are 5 petroleum products which are temporarily kept. What are those 5? Petroleum crude, high-speed diesel, motor spirit, natural gas, and aviation turbine fuel. These are the 5 petroleum products which have been temporarily kept outside GST. Are we clear with that? Next line. There is one word here. Please see that. What is that word, sir? Opium, Indian hemp, and other narcotic drugs and narcotics. Don't get emotional. Telling are illegal. Sir, legality is different. Taxability is different. If you are doing illegal activity, police will put you inside. But income tax department will tell first to pay tax. Because for them there is no difference between legal and. So for drugs also GST will apply. First to pay GST, then go inside. Sir, understood? Next, what are the taxes which are subsumed in GST, which are covered in GST? CMA enter, basic concept. Correct, no? Central what taxes? Central excise, service tax, CVD and special CVD, sir. This used to be there before for imports. So let me write here. In case of imports, before we used to pay BCD plus CVD plus special CVD. Sir, BCD means basic customs duty. CVD means countervailing duty. Special CVD means special countervailing duty. All these taxes we used to pay before when we are importing from outside India. But they changed this concept completely now. Now if you are importing after GST, what you will pay is only BCD plus IGST. That's all. You'll only pay BCD plus IGST. Are we getting clarity, friends? Come on. Central sales tax. CST is levied by whom? Collected by whom? Which state is taking the money? CST is always taken by seller state. That was a story prior to GST. But after GST, GST is a destination-based consumption tax. Correct, right? Surcharge and cess related to these goods. Right side you see, state level. Luxury tax, Before, when I used to go to star hotels, there used to be luxury tax. Tax on betting, gambling, lottery. And let me tell you, online games are also taxed. Now, before, online games are not taxed, but now online games are also taxed in GST. And for a kind information, GST rate on online games or betting, gambling, lottery is 28%. Clear? Even casinos are taxable. You know casino? What will they do? Students are giving reactions. Game will be there, one ball will rotate, we'll take that coins, we'll put that coins. Lot of movies you would have seen, no? Ah, you tried also? Exactly. There are a lot of games in casino. It's not the only one. So many games people play. But the whole logic is one underline you have to keep. Play responsibly. Simple equation. I've been to casino multiple times, but generally when I go to casino, what I do is I'll put my wallets in the room. I'll put all the credit cards in the room. I will take some 5,000-10,000 cash in the pocket, then go inside. You understood? I will pay that 5,000, 10,000, I'll give it the counter. He will give the coins. They call it as chips. Chips, they call it. With that, I'll play. If I lose the money, I will still not cry. I'll think. I prepared my mind that I'll lose. If I win, humans will not keep quiet. Our greed will increase. More will come, more will come. One time in Goa, sir, I started with 10,000. I reached 38,000. Silently I can come out, no? But will not come out. Still played. Finally came out with 7,000 rupees. Still 3,000 loss only. But outside while coming, what I'm thinking, 38,000 I got. Almost 7,000, 31,000 loss. That is marine telling. I should have come out, no? But will not come out. Humans know. That is a problem. But good thing is at least I took only 10,000. If I take credit card, debit card means gone. Over. Story ends. Government is very happy. Sir, government is happy, sir. They are also happy. Sir, I'm not joking. You know this car called Fortuner? Fortuner car when they are selling, Toyota company is actually making profit of only 50,000, 1 lakh. But government is getting a tax of close to 10-15 lakhs. कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? You have won 1 crore. I don't know how much he is happy, but government is super happy. Why? Because how much 40 lakhs tax will come? 30 lakhs basic tax, surcharge, cess, all that will be there, no? Then, friends, correct, right? Get back. Next, tax on betting, gambling, lottery. Then, purchase taxes, VAT and sales tax, tax on advertisement, entertainment tax, except on local bodies. Local bodies means municipality. In Hyderabad, we have GHMC, Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, we call it. Yeah. Next, surcharge related to those goods and services. Benefits of GST, CMA inter. Generally, this question comes, but for you at CMA final, they'll not ask this question. Of course, sir. Creation of one market, boost to make in India, enhance investment, reduce compliance, cascading effect, ease of doing business, benefits to small trader, organized chain of tax credit. Sir, we all are the people who wrote one great exam called BCom. Correct, no? Any question they ask, if they ask you what are the benefits, same parts we'll write. If they ask what is a negative, we'll reverse all that and write. The talent is there with us, no? Especially after writing that BCom exams, I'm sure the talent is there with us. Next. Constitutional amendments. Here, this point is important. GST Council. In that, there are central members and state members. Center has got a weight of 1/3. All the states put together, there is a weight of 2/3. But to pass resolution, there should be 3/4 majority. Sir, one way it is very good, you know. Why very good? Because 1/3 means how much percent? 33.33%. 2/3 means how much percent? But to pass resolution, how much percent required? That means what? Center alone or state alone cannot take any decision. Not possible. So both have to join the hands together. That is the real meaning of this word called dual GST model. Correct, right? If center is telling, I will decide, state will tell, Correct, right? Next, functions of council. Sir, don't read all that. You tell me, what do you think GST council will do? Change the GST rate, change the registration limits, recommend exemptions, correct, very good. Threshold limits, exactly. All this they'll only do. Come on. What is GST definition, friends? GST is a tax on all goods or both. Except alcoholic liquor. Correct? This much language already we know. Friends, correct or not? Now tell me, what is the meaning of this word called goods? Goods means what? Is this laptop a goods? Projector, AC, Shiva TEJA. Shiva TEJA also goods only. Thank you very much. What is goods? They clearly specified that goods means every kind of movable property other than money and very good money and securities, but includes actionable claims, growing crops or grass or things attached to or forming part of land which are severed or agreed to be severed before supply or under contract of supply. Friends, come on, see that line. Done? Come on, friends. This language is very important actually. Done? Can you see that? Sir, read that line, come on. Goods cover what? Every kind of movable property. That means only if it is movable, only then it is covered in definition of goods. Every kind of movable property other than, hold on. Other than money. What is money? Legal currency. Okay, correct answer only. But what they told is money means every kind of currency including foreign currency, which is legal tender, but does not include, listen to this line, but does not include currency held for its numismatic value. I'll repeat the line once again. But does not include currency held for numismatic value. That means what? Currency held for numismatic value. Meaning is what I will tell. Currency held for numismatic value is not covered in definition of money. That means currency held for numismatic value is goods. Perfect. That is the answer. Currency held for numismatic value is not covered in money. That means currency held for numismatic value is goods. Now, what is the meaning of this word currency held for numismatic value? The meaning of that word is straight one line answer. A old currency which is no more a legal tender. So, for example, if you have old 1,000 rupee notes, old 2,000 rupees note, or old 500 rupees note, 2,000 rupees notes we used to have, no? That violet, not violet, sorry, pink color, exactly. There's two one satellite on that pink color 2,000 rupees note. Can you go to the shop and tell 2,000 on biryani? He will tell, fold it. Correct, no friends? Exactly. Straight simple answer. So is that a currency? No, don't tell no. It is a currency. But is it legal tender? No. So is it covered in money? That means what is it? It's a goods. You might ask, meaning, what does that mean, sir? Sir, not now. Imagine some person has got 2,000 rupees note today, which is no more working. Correct? After 25 years, there is one crazy person who has got huge fan for old coin collections. He is telling that note you give me, I will give you 1 lakh. Should you pay GST? Yes, because it is. That is the answer. I'm sure you got clarity. Everyone, come on, now get back. Goods cover what? Every kind of movable property other than money and securities. What is security? Continue. Don't stop there. Securities, shares, debentures, bonds, futures, options, SFM syllabus. SFM, that is what you learn, no? Bond valuation. Exactly. What is that? Correct. So understood? So securities cover shares, debentures, bonds, units and all. So on all this, we never pay GST. But services of stockbroker are taxable because he is not selling shares. He is only facilitating the transaction of security for which he is charging brokerage commission. That will be taxable. Clear? Come back. Goods cover what? Every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes. Hold on. That means what? Actionable claims is covered in definition of goods. What is actionable claim? Student is telling, sir, we know that, but unable to tell outside. Correct? Huh? Oh, madam. Wonderful. Very good answer. Very good answer. Good. Sorry, your good name? Aditya. Let's say, for example, our friend Aditya is organizing lottery. Okay? Shiva TEJA purchased lottery ticket. Generally, I don't do, but example. I purchased lottery ticket. And in that lottery, I got 50 lakhs. Example. 50 lakhs. And I went to Aditya, telling, give me 50 lakhs. He is telling, I will not give 1 rupee also. Whatever you want, you do. What do you think I will do? Catch, coercion? No. What do you think I'll do? Court. Do I have any security from him? Do I have any property of his? Is it a secured debt? It's an unsecured debt. Yes or no, sir? An unsecured debt which can be enforced in the court of law is known as actionable claim. How did that word come, actionable claim? A claim which can be actioned in the court of law is called an actionable claim. A claim which can be actioned in the court of law. If it is unsecured debt, if it is secured debt, why will you go to court of law? Imagine already I have property of Aditya. Why will I go and ask him? Why will I go to court of law? I will sell the property and recover the money. You are writing, sir. You write like this. Unsecured debt which can be enforced in the court of law. Unsecured debt. That word is important. unsecured debt which can be enforced in the court of law. Clear? Everybody. Next, come back. Every kind of mobile property other than money and securities, but includes actionable claims. Next line, fully we'll read. Growing crops or grass. Grass means no, or things attached to or forming part of the land, which are severed. Severed means cut. Or agreed to be severed. Agreed to be cut. Before supply or under contract of supply. Simple line, sir. There is one land. On the land, there are trees. I'm cutting the trees and I'm selling you. Once I cut the trees, it becomes goods. If I don't cut the trees and sell land, it becomes immobile property. Logic only. The moment I cut the trees, the trees will become goods. That's it. Repeat again. Once again, come on. Goods cover every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes actionable claims, growing crops or grass or things attached to or forming part of the land, which are severed or agreed to be severed before supply or under contract of supply. One last time, please. Goods cover every kind of movable property other than money and growing crops or grass or things attached to or forming part of the land, which are severed or agreed to be severed before supply or under contract of supply. That's it. Are we clear? 99.99% it will not come in exam. But you should know what is it. If you don't know what is goods, it doesn't make any sense. That is why I spend a lot of time. Clear, friends? But why this concept is important, when I go to the topic called block credit, you'll find one word, goods or service taken for construction of immovable property, credit is not allowed. There again, this point will stress. Yes, what's the doubt? Cryptocurrency is also like a money, because cryptocurrency is also being used for facilitating payments. That is happening. And in India, our government never told cryptocurrency is legal or illegal. But our Madam Ji, Nirmala Sitharaman Ji, during one parliament session, during one budget, she told cryptocurrency is henceforth being made taxable, my dear honor. And some person, opposite person asked, are you trying to say that it is legal? Then she replied, I am not talking about legality, I am talking only about taxability. You understood? That is India. Simple. Next. So, GST is a tax on supply of what? All goods or services or both, except alcohol liquor for human consumption. We have discussed what is goods. Tell me guys, what is service? Service means anything other than goods, money, and securities. So money and securities is not covered in definition of goods, not covered in definition of service. And let me tell you, this word service is defined by section 2(1)(2). And let me also tell you, this word goods is defined by section 252. Sir, how do you read that 252? Can somebody tell? 2 subsection clause. So generally it will be section, subsection, clause, subclause, explanation, proviso, all that you know. But the point here is, for definition sections, you will never find subsection. It is always clause. Student is asking, sir, can you explain what is the meaning of that? I will tell, sir. Final students, please listen. 1 minute, listen here. Why we don't use the word subsection but clause meaning? Because whenever we say subsection, subsection means one subsection, another subsection of that section are related to each other. But clauses are never related to each other. For example, in income tax, basic concept I will tell. Section 6(1) is the basic conditions of residential status. If any basic condition is satisfied, you look at additional conditions given by section 6(6). So 6 story will come only when 6 is satisfied. So is 6 interrelated? We call them subsections. But in definitions, we never use the word subsection. They are all clauses. In exemptions also there are clauses, correct. Section 10 exemption income tax, there are clauses only. Clear? When I qualified for CA, I went for campus interview. I went for Big Four. I cannot tell the name of the Big Four, but I went for Big Four campus interview. In that, full squeezing only. In Big Four, they generally have department. I went for tax department. I worked there for 2 years. During the interview, this was also one question what they asked. You understood? One more question they asked me is, where do you find depreciation rates? I confidently told section 32 of income tax deals with depreciation. You understood? PGBP, PGBP, I know. That person, that partner gave me the income tax book and told, I will give you half an hour time. Search and show me where is the GST depreciation rates. 10 minutes I saw. Inside one dialogue is coming. In this book it is missing. But if I tell that to you, I'm gone. So I didn't know what to talk. I kept quiet. Then he told, Mr. Shiva TEJA, depreciation rates are not there in income tax section 32. They are given by rule 5 of income tax rules. So you should know where what is there. You are a qualified person. Then I told, okay, interview, what we can tell. Inside we'll tell a lot. Outside we cannot tell everything, no. Inside, start with A, end with Z only. But outside we can't tell all that, no. So we kept quiet. But majority questions I answered well. That's where I got the job as well. In campus only I got the job. But I'm just trying to tell you what kind of expectation they will have once you say that you are qualified. Correct? No, qualification doesn't mean 200 plus 200. Group 3, Group 4. Correct? No, that is not qualification. Clear? Sir, the moment you tell qualified, expectation in the market will change, sir. Simple, no. All your relatives who thought you cannot do anything, the moment you tell qualified CMA, qualified? Seriously? You only? Top to bottom they will see. Self-experience. When I joined CA, everybody thought I'm not going to become CA at all. Because that mindset will be there, no. Only 2 people, engineer, doctor, rest all biscuit. That mindset they'll carry. So I told I'm joining MEC with the CA. Then a lot of relatives thought, CA what he will do from top to bottom they will see. After that I passed CA foundation. Then they told, foundation only, Still there is inter, still there is final. And after 1 year, inter, first attempt, both groups qualified. Then I told all relatives, passed. Next dialogue. Inter only, Actual monster is still there, final. After 2 years, scene cut, final qualified. Once I called qualified final, I told everybody, CA final, passed. All relatives, intentionally I called. And after passing CA, sir, next 3 months, every function I went. Every small function I went. Only to show, see, CA. Every small function I went, that too I went early. Everybody should see us, no. And starting after passing 6 months, 1 year will be totally different, sir. You will have that different mindset because you are qualified now. Correct? And all those relatives who told, CA inter only, foundation only, Now dialogue is what, Shiva. We know from day one you will become CA. We know from day one you will become CA. I'm proud of you, my boy. And one more dangerous dialogue they will tell. I told all that like that so that I'll encourage you. Relatives. You have no relatives in your family? They'll be terrific. And especially problems will be more when you are the only person who's doing the professional course. I was the only person who has taken the CA course. Pressure will be more actually. Already CAs are there, double pressure. Because he only passed, you cannot pass. This is one more problem. Correct, right? So, anyways, get back. So, which section defines goods? Now tell. Now they'll not tell subsection, I know. Section 252. Service. Done. GST is a tax on. GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except alcohol liquor for human consumption. And I'll tell you some special point about alcohol liquor separately. Don't worry. Sir, clear? Shall we get back? Come on, see here. Goods definition done. Service definition done. India. Sir, does GST apply to Jammu and Kashmir? Sure. When did GST come? Which date? 1st July. So from that day, it is applicable to Jammu and Kashmir also? No. Oh, you are aware about this. Sir, as on 1st of July 2017, GST was applicable to whole of India except Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir passed their bill on 8th of July. But as of now, whole of India, including... Exactly. How about Shillong? Student is thinking, where is Shillong, sir? Yes, sir. Meghalaya, sir. Then okay, sir. Terrific. Next. Who is supplier and all this is fine. That's more for your knowledge. Done. Let's start the real game. That is concept of supply. Chalo guys, ready? Supply. Sir, this concept of supply is dealt by section 7. And this concept of supply is very important. I'll tell the logical reason why. I will tell one dialogue. Remember always. GST will apply only if it is supply. If it is supply, then GST will apply. Clear? That's why supply is very important. Only then we can apply. Clear, sir? Supply concept is dealt by section. And friends, let me tell you, this 7 is divided into 7, 1, 7, 1A, 7, 2, and 7, 3. Some things you will find like already learnt in CMA inter, but special points will come now. Are we ready, sir? 7, 1 is further divided into 7, 1A, 7, 1B, 7, 1C. And 7, 1A is 7, 1A only. Okay? 7, 2 is further divided into 7, 2A and 7, 2B. So friends, 7, 1 is further divided into what? 7, 1A, 7, 1B, 7, 1C. And next we have 7, 1A. Then 7, 2. Now listen here, important line, please see here. 7, 1C. Concept is dealt by Schedule 1. 7, 1A is dealt by Schedule 2. 7, 2A is dealt by Schedule 3. Now, what is Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3? I will tell you. Listen. Schedule 1 talks about transactions which are regarded as supply, even though there is no consideration. Consideration is not there. Money is not there. Still it is supply. Generally, money is there only. We are not interested to pay GST. We are talking about special case like money is not there. Still pay GST. Now, important concept is, if money is not there, still pay GST means, how do we value that supply? Are you understood? I'll repeat the line once again, listen. If money is not there, law is telling, still pay GST. On what value should I pay? For that, we have got valuation rules. Very, very important rules we have. We'll learn very soon. Clear? Next. Schedule 2 talks about what are regarded as supply of goods, what are regarded as supply of services. Next. Schedule 3 talks about transactions. I repeat, transactions which are neither regarded as supply of goods nor regarded as supply of service. What is the line I just told? Transactions which are neither regarded as supply of goods nor regarded as supply of services. That means it is not goods also, it is not service also. And if it is not goods, it is not service, GST will not apply. Clear, friends? Everyone? Chalo, let's start with which point first? Section 7 1A. Supply includes all forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal. License, rental, lease, or disposal made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. Are you able to feel like you read this line somewhere? Or not able to recollect anything at all? Little. Okay. Little is enough. Not there also, it's okay. We'll manage. Come on. First to finish writing, I'll wait 1 minute, then I'll start. What is that, sir? I didn't get the question. I told you already that answer. Goods. If it's an old currency, which is not a legal tender, then it is goods. We covered that point, sir. So done? Ready? Chalo, let's break this. Come on. Supply includes what? All forms of supply of goods. Do we know what is goods? Do we know what is service? Right now, start. Supply includes all forms of supply of goods, services, or both, such as sale, transfer. Hold on. Tell me, what is the difference between the word sale and transfer? Generally, the word sale is used when there is a transfer of right along with the title. Transfer is used when there is a transfer without transfer of title. For example, we take car on rent. We don't use the word sale. It is called transfer. Sale, transfer. Barter, exchange. Barter and exchange, what is the difference? Barter means what? Sir, in barter, there is no monetary consideration involved. But in exchange, there is a monetary consideration involved. So, sale, transfer, barter, exchange. License, granting some permission. Rental or lease. Rent is used for short-term basis. Lease is used in case of long-term. Rental, lease, or disposal. Disposal is used when we sell it as a scrap. When we sell some products as scrap, we use the word disposal. Clear? So supply includes all for the supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal. One more time, repeat. Come on. All for the supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal. One last time, please. Sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal. Don't get confused. The moment rent will come, next word should be lease. Sale should come, next word should be transfer. Barter comes, next word should be over, no? Sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, disposed. Clear? License, rental, lease, or disposal. Made or agreed to be made. Made means done or agreed to be done for a. What does consideration mean? Something in return. Correct? You will find some crazy definition called agreeing to an obligation to do something, not doing something, forbearance to act. All that dangerous words you will find. But simple meaning is something in return, which could be monetary or non-monetary. But consideration does not include a subsidy from central government or state government. Write that line. Consideration means something in return. Consideration means something in return. Consideration means something in return. Bracket monetary or non-monetary. Monetary or non-monetary. Something in return, monetary or non-monetary, but does not include subsidy from, central government or state government. This point will come again in value of supply chapter. Directly. Exactly. Link it to price. Yes, that point will come. Here did not write. Sir, clear? Everyone? Come on. Made or agreed to be made? For a? By a? Who is a person? Tell. Individual, HUF, company, firm, AOP, BOI, HAP, government. Everybody is covered in person, by person. In the course of business means it is happening in the business right now. Furtherance of business means expansion of business. Correct answer. Sir, I have a question. Shiva TEJA, one day I thought, this ring has become very old. I will take this to Lalita Jewelers. You know Lalita Jewelers? Lalita Jewelers. And I decided to sell this. No, don't. I will not tell the word sell. I'll use the word exchange this ring. I gave this gold ring to them and I purchased a new ring for 1 lakh. And they told this value is 80,000 and they asked me to pay extra 20,000. Speak out. Is it an exchange? Speak out. Did I get 80,000? Yes. Speak out. Should I? Is it a supply? Understood the question? Supply only? Pay GST then. So please understand that it is not a supply from Shiva TEJA's perspective, but it is supply from Lalita Jewelers' perspective. Why not from Shiva TEJA's perspective? Because it is not in the course or furtherance of business. One line is there, no last. In the course or furtherance of business. From Shiva TEJA perspective, my business is not selling gold. But from Lalita Jewelers' perspective, business is selling off gold. They will pay GST. They will not pay on 20,000. They will pay on 1 lakh. Correct? No, sir. 20,000 they got cash. 80,000 they got ring. We'll discuss that in value of supply. Don't worry. Our objective right now is not learning the value of supply. Objective right now is to learn whether it is. That's it. So getting clarity? Everyone? Sir, logical question, no, sir. I'll ask one more question. Imagine, Shiva TEJA decided to sell my car. I want to buy one new car. I put up on OLX. OLX, you know? I put up on OLX to sell my car. Some genuine buyer liked that car. He called me and told Shiva, sir, I want to buy the car. I want to meet you. I told, okay, come. He saw the car. He liked the car. Gave me money and went. Is it a supply? Is there a consideration? Is it a sale? Speak out. Is it by a person? But still it is not a supply. Why? not in the course of furtherance of business. Shiva Teja business is not selling cars. Are you understood or not? Speak out, my dear friends. Come on, repeat. Let's read everything once again. Supply includes all forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal, made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. That's it. I'm sure we are clear with this. Everybody, my dear friends. Good. Next point. Next point is what? 7. 1B. This is a crazy point. See here. Import of service for a consideration. So, what is the line used to say? Import of what? Did I write the word import of goods? What did I write? Import of service for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. Friends, repeat once again. What is that line I wrote? Import of service for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. Sir, always keep in mind, whenever we see the word import, we should always see from receiver perspective. That means whether receiver imported for business purpose or receiver imported for personal purpose, still it is supply. If there is a consideration, I'll give a classic example. How many of you watch movies on OTT platforms? Good. What are all their OTT platforms? Amazon Prime, Z5, Hotstar, I know. Very good. And we also have this something called Netflix. You know that? Which one is more costly? Netflix. Why? Netflix is not in India. They are sitting outside India. First point, basic fundamental point. And the quality of the TV shows and the web series, what they do, and the quality of content is very much different. That is where you get high resolution quality thing in Netflix. That's where the cost is high. What difference it makes? We are Indians. I'm not joking. In my phone, I have all subscriptions for which I paid only for one. I paid only for Amazon. Rest all I am having still, but one of my friend is there, no? One friend is having C5. He is using my Amazon. Another friend is having Hotstar. I am using his. He is using mine. A friendship, sir. Huh? Exactly. You also do that, no? Simple, sir. Exactly. So Netflix, when I talk about now coming to the subject, important. Netflix, when we are taking subscription, Netflix is in India, outside India. What is that we are doing? Import of service. Are we taking subscription for business purpose? Purely for personal purpose. Law is telling still it is supply. Because the line is import of service for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. So whether import for business use or import for personal use, still it is supply. I think they're fully clear. So 7.1a done, 7.1b done. Now let's see the crazy point, 7.1c. Something very important. 7.1c. Read with 7.1c read with schedule. What, my dear friends? 1. First, let me write the title. Transactions regarded as supply even though there is no consideration. So what is the line I wrote? Transactions which are regarded as supply, even though there is no consideration. That means money is not coming, but still it is supply. Such a dangerous word, sir. Clear, right? In this, there are 4 points. Very, very important 4 points we have. Extremely important. Number one, permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. So, what is that line, my dear friends? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which what is claimed, my dear friends? ITC means what? Input tax credit. Is that clear? I'll give a classic example here. Listen. Sir, Shiva TEJA purchased this phone. Now, when I purchased this phone, let me honestly tell you, I have claimed input tax credit because I'm using this for business purpose only. Yes or no, sir? Can I take credit or not? Obviously, I'll take because it's not a block credit. Car they told blocked, but phone they never told blocked. So when I purchased this phone, I've taken the credit. Okay, sir? One day, what has happened? Example only. One charitable trust people have come to our office. Example, okay? And they told, Shiva sir, we are running one charitable organization. We would be more than glad and happy if you can donate something. I told, okay, how much you want me to donate? Then they told, whatever you like. I told, okay, I will donate 2,000 rupees. And I was about to pick up the cash. Then they told, we don't accept donations in cash. We want donations only in kind. You understood the story, no? Then they told, Shiva sir, the phone which is there in your pocket looks very interesting. We'll be very glad, delighted, and happy if you can donate this phone. Assume I have donated. Assume, sir, assume. Assume I have donated. Telling phone donated. I'm a good person or bad person? Very, very good person. Law is telling Shiva TEJA, pay GST. Because law doesn't look at good or bad. Law equation is what? You donated one phone. On that phone, what did I give you? ITC. Logic of the government to understand. Why did I give you ITC? Because you are going to use that phone for what you have done. Pay them. So understanding. Logic only, you know. Exactly. Sir, clear or not? Everybody. So what is the first point? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Next. Second point. Very, very important point. Extremely important. Please concentrate. Supply between distinct or related persons. In the course or furtherance of business. So come on, what is the line I wrote there? Supply between what? Distinct or related persons. First line. Who is a distinct person? One line answer I will tell. Distinct person means PAN is same, but GST number is different. And I'm sure you all know the fundamental fact very clearly that for multiple place of business within the same state, for multiple place of business within the same state, separate registration is optional. Optional. But multiple place of business in multiple states, separate registration is. So in one line answer, separate state, separate registration is mandatory. Is that clear or not? Everyone. So now for example, Nilofer Cave, we know? Exactly. Became popular a lot these days. Nilofer Cave They have a branch in Hyderabad. I mean, they have their office operation in Hyderabad. Imagine Nilofer Cave have opened one branch in Vizag, Vishakhapatnam. And there is a transfer of biscuits, stock transfer from Hyderabad to Vizag. Did they sell or did they do stock transfer? Law is telling still it is supply. Because it is supply between distinct persons in the course of furtherance of business. Supply between distinct or related persons. Now, who is this gentleman called related persons? That is important. See here. Definition of related persons. Able to see that? First point. Persons are deemed as related persons if, number one, such persons are officers or directors of one another's business. That means I am director in your business, you are director in my business. Then we both are related persons. Understand first point? Second point. Such persons are legally recognized partners. That means in partnership firm, there are 4 partners. The 4 partners are regarded as related persons as per GST law. So understood or not? Tell sir. Everyone. Next point. Such persons are, this is beautiful. Employer and employer also regarded as related persons. Next. A third person controls. See this line? Controls, owns, or holds. Either controlling or owns or holds. Directly or indirectly. Greater or equal to what percent? Of voting stock or shares or both of them. Getting clarity? That means A is controlling B and also controlling C and having share of more than. Getting clarity? Next point. One of them controls the other. Next point. A third person controls both of them. Such persons together control a third person. These 3 points, in simple way I will tell. Listen to my line very clearly. Okay? I will take example of Aditya only. Aditya, right? Yeah. Sir, let us say Aditya is controlling me or I am controlling Aditya. Controlling means not sit to stand. Controlling means controlling a business. So speak out. I am controlling Aditya or Aditya is controlling me. We both are regarded as related persons. Okay? Yes, sir? Sir, your good name? Santosh. Okay. Aditya is controlling me or I am controlling Aditya. We both are regarded as? This first point. Next point. Santosh is controlling Aditya and Shiva TEJA. Then Aditya and Shiva TEJA are regarded as related person. Third situation. Aditya and Shiva TEJA together, we are controlling Santosh. Second case, third case understood. Now read the second line. Second point you read. A third person controls both of them. Understood? Third person controls both of them. Next line. Such persons together control a third person. I think 3 cases are clear. First case is Aditya is controlling me or I am controlling Aditya. Second case is Aditya and Shiva TEJA are controlled by Santosh. Third case is Aditya and Shiva TEJA together are controlling Santosh. Full clarity? Speak out. Next point. Such persons are members of the. Now, big question, what is family? In childhood, we are used to tell all Indians are over then, gone. Or a family only then. And moreover, today's date, people are having families only, not even family. Who is doing what? Nobody knows. Yeah, members of the same family. So, in order to avoid the confusion in law, they define that word family. Very important, came in exam. Came in exam means definition of family did not come. But a question has come covering the concept of family. And this word family is defined by section 249, which clearly says family, they gave in 2 parts. 2 parts they gave. Part number 1, spouse and children. Spouse means? You also don't tell wife, you tell husband. Wife or husband, exactly. So correct, no? So first one is what? Spouse and children. Second one, parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters. Only they are dependent. Wholly or it is not partly. It is wholly or mainly. In law, they never told the word partly. If you tell partly means 1% also partly only, no. The word is what? Wholly or mainly. Understood, no? Come on, repeat again. I'll repeat again. Listen. Family means two situations. Number one, spouse and children. That is clearly covered. Second, parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters. Only they are only or mainly dependent. This is not like income tax gift section 56 to 10. In income tax 56 to 10, other sources chapter, you will tell brothers and sisters of parents of the individual and their spouses, brothers and sisters of the spouse of the individual and their spouses, brothers and sisters of spouse of the individual and their spouses, lineal ascendant, lineal descendant. All that is there only in income tax. In GST, don't bring all that. Understood, no friends? Very, very important point. You see, what is family? Family includes number one, spouse and whether dependent or in children, spouse, there is no concept called dependent, not dependent. Next, brothers, sisters, parents, grandparents. Only if they are. I hope you understood this line. Everyone, I have a question. Dependent means what? Falling on the person. Financially dependent. Correct? No? My point here I will tell. Sir, my father, he has got his own pharma business. I have got my own activity, professionally, practice, teaching and all. He is not dependent on me. I am not dependent on him. Financially. Okay, sir? Now, from GST perspective, let's talk. From Shiva TEJA point of view, is my father relative to me? From Shiva TEJA point of view, is my father related person? No. From my father's point of view, is Shiva TEJA related person? Yeah. That's it. You should get that catch point. In exam, they're playing on this. In exam, they're playing. Sir, clear? Next question. Shiva TEJA, my wife, she's a qualified MBA. She's MBA qualified. She's not from CA or CMA. I had a principle in my life that I'll not marry a CA or CMA. That's why I married only MBA. I didn't want again in the office also when I go section 7, section 9, life in me on that only. My parents asked me, any special plans are there? I don't know. Go ahead with arranged marriage. Then they asked, do you want specifically CA or CMA? I don't know. I don't want CA or CMA. It is personal choice. We don't see like that. It's personal choice. I didn't want again sections to talk in the, I wanted that bifurcation between professional and personal life. That's where I decided not to marry a CA or CMA. Individual choice. Don't see like that, okay? I married MBA. Correct, no, sir? My intention was if I marry CA, example, I am sitting in office in the month of June, not having work, but still I don't want to go home. I want to enjoy in office. And I'm telling her office work is there, due date is there. She will tell what due date? September, no? Now if I tell my wife I'm busy in office, meeting is there, deadlines are there, GST returns are there, annual return is there, 9 is there, 9C is there, she will tell, oh, big thing he is doing. Understood, no? Anyways, jokes aside, coming back to discussion. My wife is a qualified MBA. Okay, she is not dependent on me. I'm not dependent on him. I depend on her. Now tell me, are we both related persons? No. My wife, on her birthday, she asked me, I want some gift. Correct? No? Normally only we have to give without asking. Boys, normally only we have to give without asking. After asking, if you don't give means, gone. End of story. Exactly. So I didn't know what to do. Example. I didn't know what to do. Then I told, okay, I'll give one surprise. I purchased one necklace and I gave necklace as gift. Necklace as birthday gift. Okay, sir? Speak out. Are we both related persons? Yes. Is it a supply? Student is telling, sir, no consideration, no? Why consideration point is coming? Already what we are trying to learn? transactions regarded as supply, even though there is no consideration. No consideration, still it is supply only we are talking. I gave a necklace to my wife as gift on her birthday. Is it a supply? Excellent. Answer is no, because it is not in the course or furtherance of business. Friends, correct or not, sir? Next situation. Example only. Huh? If I do this, I'm gone. Example. My wife is asking birthday gift. I told her, what birthday gift I can give you? Do one thing. You come to my GST class every day. Don't pay fees. You understood the birthday gift? I told her, you attend my GST classes without fees. Gift only, no? Is it a supply? 100% answer is yes. Because it is in the course or furtherance of business. I think we are full clarity. Bang on, pakka. Sure. Which section defines family? 249. Goods. Service. Which section defines supply? Section. What is schedule 1? Transactions regarded as supply, even though there is no consideration. How many points are there? First point is what? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Second point, supply between distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Now, related persons we were discussing. See the last part. One of them is what agent, sir? Sole. Sole means single, only one. Sole agent or distributor of other person. So these are the points which are covered in definition of who is a related person. I think we are fully clear. Friends, please reply. Everyone, sir? Let's go back. What was the first point? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Second point, supply between distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Distinct person means same PAN, different GST number. Correct? No? Related person means what? Already we discussed. But here, one special point to be noted, that is gifts by employer to up to 50,000 per annum is not taxable. Gifts by employer to employee up to 50,000 per annum is not taxable. When do you call something as gift? No. For employer employee, my language will be when do we call something as gift means something which is given by the employer other than employment contract. For example, employment contract, he clearly wrote, I'll give this much salary, this much bonus, this much allowances, this much perquisites. Anything given beyond that employment contract is called gift. Simple answer. Clear? Chalo. Third point. Transfer of goods by principal to agent or vice versa. Note, this point will apply only if agent issues invoice to customer in his own name. Friends, clear? What's the line we wrote? Come on, repeat again. Principal to agent or vice versa. Technically, it is stock transfer only. Lastly, even though it is stock transfer, still it is supply. Even though there is no consideration, still it is supply. But what is the note we wrote there? This point will apply only if agent issues invoice to the customer in his own name. So logic is simple, sir. Understand the concept very clearly here. So there is a principle. There is an agent. Principal is doing what, my dear friends? Stock transfer. Is it a sale? Is it a sale? No. What is it only? Stock transfer. Now, what does agent do with that stock? Agent will supply it to customer. Now, tell me, when agent is giving that to the customer, agent must give invoice to the customer. Speak out. If agent issues invoice in agent name, then P2A is taxable. So to get the logic, if agent is giving invoice to the customer in agent name, then only principal to agent will tax. No, because you have to understand that if agent is giving invoice to customer in principal name, who is supposed to pay tax? Principal. And again you tell principal to agent, principal will pay tax. Will you not double tax? Very, very important points. And this concept will also apply for a del creditory agent. You know del creditory agent? Del creditory, DELCREDRE. Del creditory commission they will get if they undertake responsibility to recover the debtors, then they'll get del creditory commission. You know that, right? Consignment accounts. Yeah, write one note. This concept also applies to del creditory agent. Del creditory agent. DELCREDRE. DELCREDRE. Del creditory agent. Some doubt, sir? Can I proceed? How many points done? 3 points. What is the first point? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Second, supply between distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Next, transfer of goods of principal to agent or vice versa. Finally, last point, my dear friends, listen very clearly, slightly crazy point. With this, we will complete section 7(1)(c). Ready with schedule 1. Come on. Import of services. Import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his establishment or from any of his establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Read that line. Import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Clear? And import we should always see from whose point of view? Receiver point of view. Clear? Now I'll ask you one question. Think properly and give me the answer. Okay, sir? There is one person, Shiva TEJA, who is in India. And I'm constructing an office space. Clear, my dear friends? So speak out. And there is one person, Mr. Ravi TEJA, who is one top architect in US. Clear, friends? And this person, Mr. Ravi TEJA, is brother of Shiva TEJA. It's an example, sir. Yeah, brother of Shiva TEJA. Now, what have happened is, I thought I want some exciting and extraordinary design for my office space. I called my brother Ravi TEJA and I told him to give some extraordinary design for my office space. So, getting the point here? Speak out. And the consideration is nil. I asked him, how much should I pay? He told, Bhaiya, and did not take 1 rupee also. Did not take 1 rupee also. My question to you. Is it supply? Is it a supply? Yes or no? Majority of people are telling yes. But let me tell you, the answer is one second. Just joking. The answer is no. Because what is that line we told? Import of services by a person from a related person. Your brain stopped where? Related person with members of family. Family covers what? Spouse and children. Pakka. Next, parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters. Only if they are dependent. Is brother dependent? Then why did you tell supply? Should I asking? Sir, you did not tell no dependent or not. Why I did not tell? I told you dependent or not. I wrote one word called he is one top architect. Top architect dependent on me. Then speak out, sir. Next question. Listen, Shiva TEJA. I called my brother and I told, my dear brother, I'm constructing one home in India. I'm constructing one home in India, and that brother is dependent on me. Listen very clearly. That brother is dependent on me. And if I call my brother, give me some excellent design for my home, which I'm constructing in India. And I asked him, how much should I pay? He told, Bhaiya, no. Is it supply? Hurry, dependent brother, sir. Dependent brother, but still not supply. Why? Not in the course of furtherance of business. So that point also important, this point also important. Hurry, tell sir. Speak out, sir. Next question, sir. Sir, an exam it is coming. Please. Next question. Shiva TEJA is constructed an office space in India. And I thought, I want such kind of design, which is very unique, very excellent. I call my brother, Ravi TEJA. Who is not dependent, who is dependent on me. Okay? Who is dependent on me. Okay. Small situation, small change. I'll repeat the example once again. Shiva TEJA constructed an office in India and I wanted to have an excellent design for my office. I call my brother Ravi TEJA, who is one top architect in US. Same example. You understood, no? And I called him and asked, give some excellent design. He gave an excellent design. Then I asked him, how much should I pay? He told 10 lakhs. Hurry! He told, brother only, money only. Excellent. You understood that, everybody? Exactly. How much he told? 10 lakhs. What can I do? No option. I transferred 10 lakhs. Is it a supply? Sir, dependent, no, sir. Is he dependent? He is not dependent. Then why it is supply? Excellent. It is supply not because of 71C, but because of 71B. Sir, the moment in the question there is consideration, your brain should switch off 71C. The moment there is no consideration, your brain should switch on 71C. Because 71C will come only when there is no consideration. And if there is consideration, 71C will not come. You understood? Now see here. No? Please concentrate here. Everybody focus here once. Import of service. For consideration, without consideration. Okay? And for consideration, again I will write in CRF, not in CRF. Understood? No, CRF means? And without consideration, again same story. In CRF, not in CRF. Tell me guys, in both these cases, the answer is supply. Because of 7(1)(b). So correct or not? But right side you see, if it is not in the course of furtherance of business, it is not a supply. And if it is in the course of furtherance of business, don't tell supply. Wait, relax. Then we should see from related person, from unrelated person. So understood? If it is from unrelated person, it is not a supply. And if it is from related person, what will happen, friends? Supply. Then only will apply 7(1)(c). Full clarity? Exceptionally clear, my dear friends. Sir, done? Please reply. Everyone. So what is section 7(1)(c) read with schedule 1? Transactions which are regarded as supply even though there is no consideration. How many points are there? What is the first point? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Second, supply between distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Next, transfer of goods and principal to agent or vice versa. And this point will apply only when agent is giving invoice to the customer in his own name. Last point, import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Don't forget that word. Are we clear? If you observe in that 4 points, in second point, fourth point, that word is there very clearly in the course or furtherance of business. Don't miss that, my dear friends. Very, very important section. 7.1c. Read with schedule 1. Are we all fully clear? Everybody, my dear friends? Come on, see next. Supply includes what? Come on. All for the supply of goods, services, or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or a disposal, made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. Then, import of services for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. 7.1b. Activity specified in Schedule 1. 7.1c. Transaction regarded as supply, even though there is no consideration. I'm sure we are getting full clarity. Please, very, very important. Consideration, already I told. Payment, which is in money form or not money form, but does not cover subsidy from. Exactly. Sir, we wrote that word consideration means monetary, non-monetary. No? There we wrote subsidy does not include consideration from subsidy from central government, state government. You wrote that line, no? There, add one more line. Listen first, then add. Listen. Refundable deposits. Refundable deposits are not treated as consideration. But listen first. Then you write. Listen. Carefully listen. Sir, whenever we take property on rent, we pay deposits. For example, they will tell 6 months rent. 1 lakh rent, if let's say per month, 6 months rent they asked. 6 lakh we paid deposit. On that 6 lakhs, will that fellow pay GST? Why? It is refundable deposit. But at that time, after 2-3 years, we are vacating the premises. We are telling I'm vacating. Bye. What he will tell? 2 options. Number 1, we will pay monthly rent properly, and at the time of vacating, he will refund that deposit. Second possibility, he will tell 6 months don't pay rent. Whatever deposit you pay, we'll adjust it. As a tenant, we'll always tell that only. I don't want refund. You keep it by. Correct or not? When the deposit gets adjusted, it becomes consideration. It becomes taxable. Logic only, no, sir. Speak out. So where you wrote consideration, there add one line. Then where is the rent? Then where is the monthly rent? Monthly rent is not there only. Then there is no consideration. No consideration, no supply. Unless they are related persons. And that too is in the course or no consideration, no supply. Unless it is covered in 7.1c. Ready with schedule? Write that line. Refundable deposits in consideration. There you write below one line. Refundable deposits are not regarded as consideration. Refundable deposits are not regarded as consideration. Unless refundable deposits are not regarded as consideration. Unless they are adjusted by the supplier. Understood this line? Unless they are adjusted by the supplier. If supplier is adjusting them, then it becomes consideration automatically. Is that clear? Next slide. See, course of furtherance of business we discussed. Business means what? I'm sure you know this. Trade, commerce, manufacture. I didn't discuss this basic point because you already know this. Person means what we know. Yeah, this point is important. Please see this. Sir, heard of something called Lions Club, Rotary Club, Country Club, Clubs Association? You don't know, sir. So, for example, sir, there is a club and there are members in that club. Sir, who is maintaining that club? Who is maintaining the club? Members. Who formed the club? Members. So club is nothing but members only. Members are nothing but club only. Correct or not, friends? They clarified in section 7(1)AA, stating that this club and members, they are regarded as separate persons, and any activities between the club and the members will be taxable. It will be regarded as supply. Now read the line. Read the line first. Activities or transactions between the persons other than to its members or constituents or vice versa for cash, deferred payment or other valuable consideration shall be deemed as supply by deeming such persons as separate persons. Understood that line? Write the word, come on. Put the heading section 7(1)AA. You put two A's in one bracket. See that AA properly. 7(1)AA. Write down. Activities or transactions. Activities or transactions between club club or association to its members for consideration shall be regarded as supply and they are regarded as supply and they are regarded as separate persons. Understood, no? And they are regarded as separate persons. I hope we are clear with this. Come on, see here. 7(1)C read with schedule 1. Understood this point? How many points are there? What is the first one? ITC is claimed. Next, second point. Distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Third point. Supply between principal and agent or vice versa, provided agent issues invoice to the customer in his own name. I'll highlight this line, please see now. The deciding factor is whether the invoice for further supply of goods on behalf of principal is being issued by agent or not. Based on that only we will decide. Correct, no friends? And same logic will apply even for del credere agent. Next, last point, what we discussed, import of service from a related person or from establishment outside India. In the course or and 7(1)AA, we just discussed that transaction between association, club and its members is regarded as supply. And they are regarded as what persons? Separate persons. This point will cover separately. That's it. I think we are clear with whatever we have discussed in this lecture, my dear friends. Please reply. What is section 2? Tell me, friends, what is the definition of GST? GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except alcohol, liquor for human consumption. How many petrol products are kept outside GST? Permanently or temporarily? Temporarily. Come on. Next, what is section 252? 2(1)(2). Goods means every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes actionable claims, growing crops, grass or things attached to or forming part of the land, which are severed or agreed to be severed before supply or under a contract of supply. Clear? 2(1)(2). Service. anything other than goods, money, and securities. What is section 7? Supply. Clear? In that we have covered in this session 7.1a, 7.1b, 7.1c. That's it. I think we are clear. And out of all this is most important. What is 7.1c? Transaction regarded as supply, even though there is no consideration. No consideration, still it is supply. How many points are there? 4 points. That's it. I think we are fully clear. Everybody, sir? That's all. Thank you so very much. Take care.